Morning. Morning. Hi. Welcome to our weekly show, which is called
Sunday Chat.
I am Richard, and this is
Paul.
We're partners. We've been together for 28 years, and in gay years, you times it by 7.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so it's hundreds of years.
Octogenarians.
What is 7 times 28, Paul?
140.
Alexa,
172.
7 times 28.
7 times
182.
28 is 196.
196, there we are.
Oh, good at maths are we, Paul?
I couldn't work that one out.
Only trust Alexa. She's the only one who's totally accurate. Anyway, welcome, bloody welcome. Thank you for tuning in, and what was I going to say?
It's not 28 years yet.
This year? Next
year.
Well,
27 and a half.
yeah, whatever. And let's move on, shall we? No, Paul, stop now. Stopper.
27 and 7 months.
So,
What's the date today?
Paul, shut up now.
It's
I'll switch the camera off and stop recording. So, first thing we want to say this week is welcome, bloody big welcome to all our new subscribers. We've had a recent influx, I love that word.
Influx.
Of subscribers. So welcome to all of you newbies.
I don't know where they sort of appear from. They suddenly
They just suddenly appear. It's
suddenly
marvellous.
jump forward.
It's absolutely lovely. Welcome, thank you. You've taken the time to subscribe, engage, make comments, and give us a lovely thumbs up. We do have a regular thumbs downer.
Yeah, we do. We've got a couple, haven't we?
We've got about 4 or 5,
yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
It's lovely. So we want to say bloody big thank you to you two.
It could be.
What?
I mean, it could be several people, couldn't it? Or it could just be one person with 4 accounts.
Several accounts.
Yeah, it
That's
could be.
right.
It could be another person with several accounts that is just giving us thumbs down.
Who's just mean and horrid and lonely.
Isn't that you?
Nope. I don't think so.
Oh no, you're not lonely, are you? I'm here. I'm here to lift the joy in your heart on a daily basis.
So, and we also obviously want to say thank you, bloody thank you to all our lovely, loyal subscribers who've been with us for quite a number of years now. Because we've been doing this since 2017. So, Paul, what are we talking about today? Oh, I've got my list.
The weather.
Oh, God, don't get me started. I mean, it's been raining for what seems like days.
Yeah, it's 2 days. And it's been really, really heavy. Really heavy. I was hoping to do some work at the plot the other day, but the ground was just too wet to do anything. So I had to do a few things in the shed, and I'll be doing a few things in the poly over the next couple of days. But I think, apart from Wednesday, we're forecast to have rain every day for more than a week now. Yeah. So I don't think it's going to be as intense as we have had with Storm Alex.
Don't get me started on these bloody names. I mean, they only do it for themselves, don't they?
What do you mean they only do it for
so
themselves?
they can record it. I mean, it's so boring. A, B, C, D. Just give them glamour names. Glamorous names. Storm Pussy Galore.
They need to get to P to have that. I'm not sure we've ever had a P.
I think it should just be random.
I think it should be random.
Just random names. Give them lovely, random, glamorous names.
When you've got Ireland and the UK and France all naming storms and starting from A in October. Is it October or September they start? Or maybe it's autumn. But anyway, they all start from A at the same time. I mean, yeah.
I just think they should give them random glamorous names. Glamorise the storms that are causing mayhem for some people.
Well,
But they're causing mayhem for our neighbour. Our poor neighbour who's got a flat roof, let's say, a flat roof. We've got a flat roof, but it's not leaked. They're having terrible... Don't flatten my hair! Don't ever flatten my hair.
I had to touch lots of wood.
Cardinal sin. Oh, you've ruined my look now. God. What was I saying? Yeah,
Flat roof.
Our poor neighbour, he's got tarpaulins and goodness knows what. It's been going on for days. And then, of course, this storm came and it must have just caused... Well, it's been going on for a long time, hasn't it?
I was saying weeks, yeah.
Yeah. Such a shame. But anyway, you just got to get on with it and try and fix it, haven't you, if things like that happen? I don't know what I'd do. I think I'd panic.
You would panic.
I'd panic.
Undoubtedly.
I'd rush into a corner, curl up in a ball and rock. And hope it goes away.
Which it wouldn't do.
No, well, I just leave it up to you to solve.
We went away once and a friend stayed here, didn't she? And when we came back, there was water leaking into our dining room, into our middle room from the bedroom. From the bathroom. And something had overflown, hadn't it?
Well, no, it was a leak, a long-standing leak.
I don't think it was. I think she was doing sort of things in the bath with the other person that was staying here.
I don't think she was.
Splashed water.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. I know because I had to fix it, Paul.
What was it then?
It was behind the sink. It had been leaking over time and it had been building up and had just got to the stage where it was just starting to leak through. And I had to replace the sink. I did it myself. I did plumbing. Yeah. I did, and it's never leaked since.
Oh dear.
I think you'll find.
It hasn't yet. No, it hasn't.
Look, I repaired that I replaced that sink, repaired it, and plumbed it in, and I also changed the flush on the upstairs loo.
I knocked down the wall.
We did that together, I think you'll find.
We've knocked down 2 walls in this house.
We have.
Both, what they call stud work.
Walls. Stud.
In our bathroom, there was what was called a privacy wall, wasn't there?
I don't think it was a privacy wall.
You told me it was a privacy wall.
No, I think it was the beginnings of somebody trying to build a shower.
No, you told me it was a privacy wall.
I think they kept it as a privacy wall.
Ah, there. But it's sort of like...
It was bizarre, wasn't it?
I mean, you can't really... When you're in our bathroom, yes, other houses back onto us, but... There's none that see directly into our bathroom.
Well, there aren't now because we've grown the trees.
Oh, that's true.
But the neighbours used to be able to look in. And between the bath and the sink was a wall going almost up to the ceiling. So
that annoyed me. That annoyed me. It didn't go up to the ceiling.
We had to get rid of it, didn't we? Because it was just ridiculous.
So we got saws and things,
hammers
and banged it and
chopped it down to the height of the bath.
The edge of the bath.
It's like at the end of the bath. It's ridiculous. Anyway, boring.
I thought that was quite exciting.
Boredom alert.
I thought that was quite exciting.
So yes. Anyway, so I can do plumbing.
We did
our bathroom in the flat.
I was going to say we did the bathroom in the flat with help from a friend.
Yeah. Yeah. What?
Well, I was explaining that, and then you jumped in.
You weren't quick enough.
But that bathroom at our flat, you made that so lovely.
I did.
He did. He made it so lovely. It had stars on the ceiling, gold stars on the ceiling.
Paul, you can't tell that story without explaining why. When we moved into that flat, it had a chocolate brown bathroom suite and we couldn't afford to change it. So I said to Paul, what do they normally wrap in chocolate? I mean, what do they normally wrap chocolate in? It's usually blue or purple. I'm going to paint the whole thing blue, dark blue, and put gold stars all over it. And I did, and it looked fabulous.
It did, and there were really tiny brown tiles around the surround of the bath, which were horrible.
They were.
So you got acrylic paints and individually painted each of the tiles.
I did, in different colours.
In oranges and greens. And
in a sort of design.
It was lovely.
But then we changed the bathroom to a white bathroom suite.
Yes.
And I painted the whole thing white. And it looked even better.
Yeah.
It was gorgeous, that bathroom. It was lovely.
It was a lovely bathroom. Very small.
Tiny but lovely.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on. So the rain has cometh. And it looks like it's never going to stop. It's like that story, isn't it? You know, what's that story from that book?
I don't know.
That story and all the little people and, you know...
What, the Bible?
That's it, the Bible.
Yeah.
What's it called? Jonah and the Whale? No, not Jonah. Noah and the...
Noah and his ark.
Noah and the Ark. Noah's Ark. That's ridiculous, that story, though, isn't it? If you really think about it. I remember thinking as a child, what? And I think I probably asked the teacher, won't the animals kill each other?
Well, what I never understood is Noah didn't he take his whole family and things onto it?
He would have had to have taken a lot of people to look after all those animals.
Which was quite selfish in a way, because he only took 2 of every other...
Well, how could he have done? He can't have taken animals from the other side of the world,
Yeah, but it's a parable, isn't it? I mean, the whole of the Bible is a parable. It's just lots of parables put together, really.
It's a metaphor, then.
It's a metaphor.
Is it a metaphor?
It's a metaphor of parables.
So what you're saying to me is that Noah's Ark is a metaphor for saving the animals, and Noah is David Attenborough.
That's it! Exactly.
Solved. The Bible solved. Okay, so...
Sir David Attenborough.
I mean, if it gets any worse, it will be biblical.
Well, no, it won't. We've had it worse than this.
Have we?
That summer, that July, that summer, where it just absolutely chucked it down.
Oh, and the streets were like rivers.
The streets were like...
It is awful, though, isn't it? I mean, I'm joking.
Well, flooding is terrible.
Water damage is just horrendous, isn't it? Anyway, let's move on.
Yes, let's not go there.
Let's move on. So, Paul, you wanted to mention to the viewers that it's the end of your gardening year.
Yes. I do mention this in A Week at the Plot.
Are we still recording?
Yes, it's flashing.
Make sure you keep an eye on it.
Yeah, were you interrupting me then?
No.
Yes, you were.
I was checking technical things.
So September is what I class as the end of our growing year, because that's when most of the harvests are gathered in. Obviously, some others go over the winter, brassicas, things like that. But we start planting things out, onions, garlic, broad beans, October, November time. And there's so much work to do to prepare for the next growing season that I do what Dad always did. I count October as the start of our growing year. And I think that's really great because I sort of get into the swing of it, and I think it keeps me sort of uplifted over the winter months to know that those things are growing. And I love garlic and onions and broad beans growing over the winter months, because when you get down to your plot and you see those shards of green coming up, that's Alexa. Alexa interrupted me then. Yeah, so when you get down to the plot and you see all that growth, it's just so exciting. It really is. So, yeah, that is the start of our growing year, the 1st of October. And this year, it's also the date on which plot 6 and 6A, which were our two half plots, have been put together as one whole plot, plot 6. And that's exciting as well. It's nice to know that some plots are being put back together, because so many plots are being split up at the moment around the UK. Which is good because more people can grow, but it's nice to keep the traditions of a full plot where somebody or a family can actually maintain a full plot.
Thank you, Paul.
Did that excite you?
It was riveting. So the observant amongst you may have noticed that there's a slight change. We've both had a little trim, haven't we?
We have.
Our bushes have been tamed.
They have.
I trimmed myself, and I trimmed Paul as well.
I had, what do you call them? Pigtails. I had pigtails for maybe about 10 minutes, didn't I?
You know, I'm feeling warm now.
I'm not surprised. You've got a big eider down on.
Oh, it's lovely.
What's it? He went to get change because he felt that what he's wearing underneath was a bit booby.
A bit breasty.
Bit
It was a
booby.
bit man-booby. And I thought, I don't want the viewers looking at my breasts.
So he then went off to get something to put over. Something thin. Oh,
It is
I want
thin.
something thin to put over me.
It is thin.
And you've got an eider down.
I'm wearing
And
my...
the scarf.
This is my crocheted scarf.
And now he's got a hot flush.
But it's nice.
I feel quite nice and cool. I'm
Um,
fine. I'm going to have a sip of my tea.
Oh, I'm not. No, it's far too warm. But I'd rather be, you know, feeling comfortable than slightly frozen and damp
And booby.
and definitely not booby. Well, I need to go on a diet, that's the thing.
We do. We need
Yeah.
to get out
Portion control.
more exercise.
Anyway, let's move on. So Paul...
Had a nice stew last night. Nice stew with lots of beans in it. That was nice. We've got the leftovers tonight. I think I might do a plate of pastry again.
A POAP.
A POAP.
So Paul, what have we been watching on television this week?
Well, we started watching Ratchet.
Honestly, Ratchet.
So we started watching that on Netflix, and we love the cinematography, the colour,
The colours are beautiful.
the characters, the acting. But
I just can't get on with those medical scenes.
the trepanning,
Don't tell people, Paul.
that did it for us.
No, I can't be subjected to that kind of scene. I'm not going to watch it. So I switched off and I said, I'm not watching this again.
Yeah, so we've switched off from it.
I can't watch that. Really can't. It literally makes me feel queasy.
It's a shame because the
Beautiful.
pace of it, the cinematography, as I said, and her outfits.
For those of you who don't know, Ratchet is the name of the nurse, and she is the nurse from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest,
Which I've not seen.
which I can't believe you've never seen that film. Another one you've never seen.
No, I've not seen.
Really? So, what was I going to say? Yeah, it's the prequel for that. It's her story of how she came to be such a bitch. So, yeah, we've given up. Too gory.
Yeah,
Far too gory
yeah.
for me.
The first scenes we sort of skipped through.
No.
In fact, we were skipping through quite a bit, and then we just
Yeah.
thought, no,
Who's going to sit there and skip through the gory scenes and
No.
continue to watch?
No.
I'm not.
no.
Bye. So, what else have we been watching? We finished Kath and Kim.
Kath and Kim.
We also watched a Top of the Pops special, a 90s special, early 90s, two of them. Fantastic. For those of you who weren't alive in the early 90s, it was a very amazing time for music. dance music was at its absolute zenith,
Yes.
wasn't it?
Yes.
And it was very sophisticated by then.
It was. It was.
And it was fantastic. So we enjoyed that. That was very good. We then watched a special with Jerry from the Spice Girls.
Jerry Horner.
Or, if you say it in an American accent, if you say Space Ghettos in an American accent, you get Spice Girls in Scottish.
You do, yes. Yeah.
Space Ghettos.
Yes,
There
that's
you go.
very good. That's very
Yeah.
good. I like that. It was really interesting.
I was never
because
into the Spice Girls. For me, the Spice Girls was children's music. Didn't you think?
Sorry, were you saying
It
something?
was music for children.
No,
It wasn't music
was
for
great.
adults.
It was great, and it was
Really?
girl power, and it was all of that. It was great.
Load of old bollocks.
Oh, you're so
I couldn't
horrible.
stand the Spice Girls. Hated them.
Oh, well, yeah.
That wasn't music.
You and tens of million others not.
Wasn't my thing.
They were so huge,
Tell
and
me
they
what you
were
want, what you really, really want. No.
a worldwide success.
Yeah.
Not really worldwide, but
For
I mean,
children.
so huge, absolutely huge.
No,
I
rubbish.
think. I mean, I like the Spice Girls. I like.
And then you watched a program called The Social Dilemma.
Yeah, I watched a documentary on Netflix called The
What
Social
was that?
You
Tell us all about
are
it.
you going to just chat over me all the time?
Probably.
Yeah, okay. And it was interesting. Several people have said to me, do watch it because you will be astounded.
Really?
And I watched it and I wasn't.
No.
Because actually, I knew an awful lot about what was already discussed.
But what's it about, Paul?
It's about how corporations and social media track you, manipulate you, do all of that. And I sort of already know that. We have an awful lot of personalisation. If you sign into Google or sign into MSN or sign into... Oh, squirrel!
Yes.
Oh,
Is
look
it doing
at
its, Is it doing its leap across to the... Yeah,
It's going to. It's pretending it's not doing it. It can see us, I think.
Hello, Squiddo.
Yeah, look. Oh, it's doing this now.
Squiddo,
Oh, and
friend.
it's now doing its tail. I
Yeah,
can't do my
okay, carry
tail.
on with your doodle.
No, I'm being David Attenborough. I'm giving a...
You're not doing a
And
very
now
good
it's
job.
doing this. And now, oh, look, it's scratching its ear. Oh, bless, it's so cute. So, yeah, it's worth a watch, but it's not... It's interesting. What was really interesting is they interviewed a whole load of people who were vice presidents and senior in certain social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, blah, blah, blah. And when they were asked, did their children have mobile phones? The answer was generally no, which I thought was interesting.
Poor children, missing out.
It didn't jump across in the end, it ran away. It went into our neighbour's garden. So yeah, The Social Dilemma, worth a watch, but yeah, not groundbreaking like several people told me it was.
Well, people lead sheltered lives.
Well, yeah, maybe they do. Yeah. What else have we watched?
And that's it.
I've started watching Young Wallander, which I do enjoy, but I'm getting a bit sort of... We want to find things that are fun and light, and yeah, there's not a lot, is there, at the moment?
Seriously, Paul? Really? You're the one that sits here for weeks on end watching all of those dark, depressing crime dramas, and I'm the one that said, I want to watch things that are light and fun.
Yeah, but we can't find them.
You don't care,
I do.
do you?
I'm getting a bit bored. I watch
Really?
FBI. I'm getting a bit bored. I'm getting bored with things like that now.
Such a liar.
Well, no, I am.
Well, I did warn you.
You warned me.
I
what?
warned you that this kind of thing has a shelf life.
Yeah, it does. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm trying to find another shelf now with another
Yeah.
life. Yeah.
Well,
I think we're going to go back to some of our DVDs and rewatch some of the things we've got on DVD.
So, the other thing we wanted to say was a big, big thank you to all our new members of our group, Planet Vegetaria. That's a Facebook group by Richard and Paul. Richard and Paul since 2017. That's contractual. What?
You're looking very cute today.
Go away.
You are, isn't he? Yeah. Yeah. Aww.
Don't touch me now. So, seeds, I can't read that, for the gling.
Seeds for
Seeds
the gling
for the
gling.
gling. Oh, gardening. Oh, it's an abbreviation. Seeds for the new gling year. That means gardening in my shorthand.
Oh yes. I've got well ahead of the game on ordering seeds that I want to grow in this new growing year for us.
Oh.
I think there's going to be, with Brexit coming along and many seeds coming through Europe, we may see some seeds, if you're looking for specialist seeds, being more difficult to get than usual.
Really?
Yeah, we may not. I think it's quite likely. So I think it's a good idea to get in there. If you know you want specific seeds, get in there now and see if you can order them. So I've been ordering and have now got all of our seeds for next year. So a good chunk of those are going to be our own save seeds, particularly for beans and peas, and then for other things, I've got most of the seeds from Pennard plants or Vital Seeds. Those have been the two big, burping. Those have been the two main seed suppliers that I've gone to this year, because I don't like going to the larger seed suppliers. So yeah, I'm going to be talking about seeds over the coming month or so in A Week at the Plot. And on A Week at the Plot, they are going to continue, though, so they'll be uploaded each Monday, or generally each Monday. There may be a week off, who knows. But I'm not going to be doing things at the plot daily, because obviously with weather changing, I won't necessarily be at the plot every single day. So they may be slightly shorter than normal, which I'm sure some people will really enjoy. So yeah.
Good.
Oh.
Excellent. So, word of the week.
Oh, word of the week.
I've got a word of the week for you. Now, actually, this word has got two meanings.
Oh.
Over two different cultures. So the word of the week is fard.
Fard.
F-A-R-D.
F-A-R-D. You need to be careful how you say that.
Fard.
Yeah.
Why? In case you say fart?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Yes, fart is such a dangerous
It is.
word.
It is very dangerous. Yeah. But
Fard, what do you think fard means?
I think it's a type of bread.
No, that's a fal.
No, I know, but I think fard is a type of bread.
No, it's not.
In Slovakia.
No, it's not.
How do you know?
Because I know.
Fard. God, it's such a short word that you can't sort of really break it down into anything else.
No.
Is it a vehicle?
No. It's a verb.
To fard.
Yeah.
Age
Farded.
gracefully.
No.
Age ungracefully.
It's nothing to do with aging. Shall I tell you?
To take a long time doing something over a long distance.
No. It means to basically slap on cosmetics.
Really?
She farded herself in makeup. Yeah. It means also to gloss over.
Oh,
well.
I like that.
But in Islamic culture, it's a religious obligation.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, there we are. When you say gloss over, do you mean like how you might gloss over a topic, or do you mean gloss over lips, or?
Well, it means to gloss over, but it also relates to the spreading on of cosmetics.
So you fard before you bake?
I think you're overcomplicating it now, Paul. We're not talking about modern references to baking one's makeup. It's nothing to do with that. It's an old term. It's an old term. It's not a new term.
So when they were
baking your makeup is a
putting
new
all
term.
their lead, were they? Is it sort of that
Barding
old?
herself, yeah.
Wow.
So I think it's 16th century.
Wow. So that was when they were doing all of the
lead,
painting
both
of
white
their faces.
and red lead. That's right. Yeah, which eventually, of course, rotted their
The
skin.
skins. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I never knew that.
Well,
I
there
will.
you go.
I will remember that. That's a really good one. I like that.
I always come up with good ones.
I
think you'll
that's
find.
good. I think that's good. Yeah. Yeah.
Lovely.
And an obligation in Islamic terms.
It's a religious obligation.
Religious obligation, right?
Like protecting one's children, or it's probably a lot wider than that in Islamic terms, but that's the brief the brief description that I read. Yeah.
I think it's really interesting to have a really short word, because when we were talking with Vivi, when Vivi was here the other day, and we are having longer words as we normally do, you can normally break them down into 3 or 4 bits to try and work out what it might be. Generally, with me, unsuccessfully.
Well, that's how we were always taught at school.
Well, yes,
When we were children, you broke a word up into its syllables in order to learn it.
Yeah.
And in order to pronounce it. But they do things very differently now.
They mostly do them wrong.
They probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
In it.
Oh, but I like in it.
In it?
In it though.
Do you like it in it?
In it though.
In it.
Totally. In it. But up north you'd say int it.
Int it, yeah.
Int it. Yeah.
I find that I now say higher to people when I see them. And it always reminds me of your sister. Well, in fact, both of them. But particularly your younger sister.
But everybody says hi, don't they?
No, most people say hi.
Do they?
And I've noticed that I do that now. I do that.
Yeah, right.
With a wave as well.
So lovely, how nice. So that's it for this week.
Is that it?
We're done. It's
You
just a
haven't
short
had
one.
Any of your tea?
No, because I'm already hotter than the surface of the sun. But Paul, you have to understand that this is a style statement.
No, this is sort of covering. So
And this
that,
is the first time I've got my crochet scarf out from last year. Or was it early this year?
It was early this year, wasn't
Can't remember. But it was winter. I love my crochet scarf. It's one of the warmest scarves I've got.
it? There we are.
So, thank you.
He's sitting like a furnace on. You said that about me last night.
Well, it is normally you that kicks off the heat.
Yeah, he gets into bed and he's sort of cold and sort of snudges over.
I
and
do.
Sort
I
of
just get a little bit of heat. I just soak some of the heat up.
Which is really bizarre because I've got a lower body temperature than you generally, don't I? You're in the 36 point something, and I'm in the low 35, high 35 point something.
I have no idea.
So yeah. Well, we were talking about this the other day. Well, not about that, but about body temperatures. Yeah.
So thank you, bloody thank you for joining us this lovely Sunday morning. It's not really, it's Saturday. Sunday morning of gloom.
It's not been gloomy. It's been Sunday chat.
Actually,
happy.
one of the things I like about this weather is you get that very soft light that comes into the room.
Yeah.
That wraps things up very gently in light. I think that's rather nice. I quite like sitting in the gloomy light, in the half light. It's half light, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going now.
One of the things that I like is the chocolate cake you get at this time of year.
Well, that's what we're going to have just after this. We've still got some of our chocolate brownie cake. If you've not seen my video for chocolate brownie cake, go and have a look. If you're a proper fan, you would.
It's indecently fabulous.
It is.
It really
Believe you
is.
me. Believe you me, it's gorgeous.
We have given some away.
We did, to a neighbour.
And Richard is restricting us on our diet to
One
only
slice a
one
day.
slice a day.
A small slice, because it's so bloody rich.
But it's lower in butter than I thought.
Yes, it is. We're going now.
He's kicking me now.
Now, shut up. Thank you for joining us.
Are we going to have chocolate cake now?
Yes. Thank you for joining us this lovely day. Praise be.
What do you mean, praise be?
I'd throw a little religious thing in there, seeing as we were talking about Jonah and the Ark, Noah and the whale, Noah and the Ark earlier.
What is
Maybe I
Jonah
should-
and the whale?
Where he goes into the whale's stomach and gets eaten by the whale, and
Is
he's
that
sitting
that
there.
must be the Old Testament then?
He builds
yeah?
a little house inside the whale.
Yeah, I don't.
Does he?
I don't get that.
Puts up some IKEA shelves and things.
I don't think so.
I don't know, he gets swallowed by a whale. They
How
probably
does he get
do they kill
swallowed?
the whale to rescue
most
him?
probably.
Probably.
Most probably, yeah.
Oh, those old. Maybe I should do some Bible readings.
No, I don't think so.
Why not? I could do a series of Bible stories.
No, I don't think
Just
so.
for a laugh.
But they are. I mean, all of those are parables as well, aren't they?
Parables.
Parables.
I don't know, don't care. So, yes, I do have a Bible. I haven't
You-
touched it for years.
Very
though.
old one. It's like a century old or something.
It is.
isn't
It's
it?
1895, I
So
think.
more than a century. There we are.
Lovely. So, thank you very much. Goodbye.
I do remember when they looked at when the Moses and the parting of the sea. They did.
They said it could have been a tsunami.
They said it could have been. Yeah, I do remember that. We did that in geography. Yeah.
They wouldn't have had much time, though, to get all that whole group of millions of people across if it was a tsunami.
Well,
or
no,
an
they
earthquake.
wouldn't. No. And also, I mean, it's a bit like Herm, the Herm, which is an island off Guernsey. Effectively, the tide goes out and opens up a walkway through to Herm, doesn't it?
Herm?
Not Herm, Liu. What am I talking about? Herm. Liu Island in Guernsey. The tide goes out and you walk across the causeway to Liu.
There's lots of places
Absolutely,
where that happens.
absolutely,
Paul.
there is, and there, we talked about that possibly being that a full
I don't
moon
think it was.
that could happen. No, but that's what we talked about in geography. We talked about, how that could
Really?
happen. Yeah,
Goodbye. Thank you.
yeah, good geography.
We're saying
teacher.
goodbye now, Paul.
Oh, yeah. Bye.